We're doing this random podcast. I don't know what to expect. I'm just gonna ask you whatever you want me to ask you, or you'll ask me whatever you want me to ask you, whatever you want to ask. So just go for it. Get on with it.
Okay, are you ready for the question that I will?
I was born ready.
Okay. You give up your old habit or your old lifestyle for one woman that you loved.
I
Why?
wouldn't give up my personality. I wouldn't give up my nature, regardless of the circumstances. I would be able to amplify it, optimize it accordingly, but I wouldn't give it up.
Okay.
Oh, what about you? Would you be able to give up your lifestyle for one man?
Depending on how the situation, like for example, if it's about boundaries of my man, if he doesn't feel comfortable on what I'm doing or what my old lifestyle is, of course I have to change it to make our relationship work.
All right, let's do it this way. Actually, whatever you ask me, I'm gonna ask you also. Like this. Yeah.
What's your behavior to show commitment more than words?
Commitment more than you mean to show actions instead of words.
Yeah. So yeah, to show more your actions than your word.
So man always has to plan everything. He's got to organize everything. He's got to protect you. He's got to provide to a certain degree. So that's his commitment. He doesn't talk about it. He just does it. He just gets it done. He opens the door to the world for you. You don't even think about it, and everything is just happening. There you go. What about you?
Good question. I mean, listen, kinda what he said. Kinda. What you want. Something. Depend on that. So.
Okay.
What temptation do you face in a relationship, and how would you handle it?
Temptations I face in a relationship, and how would I handle them? The temptations, well, other women, obviously. Right? Those are the main.
What did you say?
What temptations do I face when I'm in a relationship? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the main temptations
And
men
how
face.
would you handle it?
Yeah, the main temptations that men face when in a relationship, basically other women, because other women are like flies, and then they just sense it that you're taken, and then they love it. It just builds an extra attraction. So how do you handle it? Well, you distinguish between bullshit pussy and quality pussy. That's what you do, and you act accordingly. That's how you handle it. What about you?
I'm not definitely sure because temptation for me, I still hasn't even done that, so I cannot really definitely say if what temptation I was supposed to do or how would I handle it because I still hasn't attempt to do anything. Do you think you're different now from the man you used to be, and how?
Okay, so I give you a good example. So before, I wouldn't be able to say no to, let's say, a 7 above out of 10 girl. I wouldn't be able to say no. But the more women I had, the more I started rejecting them, and the more I started avoiding any sort of empty connections. So, for example, if I lie in a bed with a woman and I don't want to be with her, I prefer to be alone, and it feels like an empty connection, I try to avoid it. So that's how I changed. That's one of the things I changed. What about you?
It's actually a lot because I changed. I mean, I don't think so if I changed since before. I'm still the same as before.
So nothing changed. Good, great, amazing.
I'm still like the quiet one, like, But I mean, it actually changed a little bit since I met you.
What changed since you met me?
Yeah, you just like give me a lot of drama, but it's tolerable. Like my personality is changing a little bit.
In a good way or in a bad way?
There's a good, there's a little bad, but it's tolerable, so it's okay.
Is it a necessary change or unnecessary change?
Really necessary.
It's not. So it's rather negative.
No, it's actually not really negative or something.
Okay.
It's actually fun, to be honest with you, so I enjoy it. Not really bad.
Cool.
How would you prove to me that you're loyal without me asking?
Without you asking, being available, being there for you when you need. It's very simple. Men do things with actions. They're just there. That's it. You?
My man wants, like, for example, he's not comfortable on me doing that or like assuring him that I gave him respect on not doing anything that he doesn't want me to do.
Okay.
If another woman showed interest in you, how would you handle it?
It happens all the time. And most of the time you just ignore it. You just ignore it because if you start saying no too much, women don't really like that. So you just kind of ignore it. Then, what about you?
I mean, I don't do anything. I don't respond to any of it. I just ignore it, because as me, as a girl, I don't typically respond someone I don't know. And if they showed interest in me, then nothing really. Just
Okay.
ignore that.
So same answer. Okay.
Yeah. What would you do if I started doubting your faithfulness?
What would I do? Prove it to you otherwise. With actions again. And remember, men's faith, loyalty is different to women's loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Remembering you.
Same answer.
If someone asks you why I should trust you, what would your answer be? What would your answer be?
My feedback speaks for itself. That would my answer. That would be my answer. You?
I don't entertain someone. Like I reassure you a lot that I'm not that type of person that you cannot be trusted with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
like I prove it to you that I can be trusted, or I'm worth of your trust.
Makes sense.
How do you know when you're truly in love?
Men's love and women's love is completely different, you know. And men should never be in love. He should have love for the woman, but he should never be crazy emotionally in love. When a man, I think, when a man knows that he loves a woman, is when he starts caring about her, making her feel special, and doing things for her. You?
I'm craving with his love. Like I've been looking for it. Like I was eager or excited to see him more than anyone.
Makes sense.
How can a woman know that she's safe with a man emotionally?
Emotionally.
Yeah.
She's emotionally safe. Well, firstly, for a woman to be emotionally safe, she cannot dig too much. She cannot make his life miserable, and she cannot spy on him like an FBI the whole time CCTV 24/7. You know what I mean? Because then she will never be emotionally stable, because it's absolutely impossible, right? So that's number one. So it's actually up to her how much attention she puts onto it. If she can put a blind eye sometimes on certain things, or if she cannot. That's number one. And then number two is, well, just on the guy's behavior, guy's actions. If he's making her feel safe and secure. What about you?
Feel if I'm safe with a guy, like like of course I'm not gonna be with a guy that I know for myself that I'm not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely listen with my guts, with my mind and
Yep.
myself, and I'm okay to be in that person or not.
Okay. So based on your instincts, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
What's something you wish I understood about you?
That I'm not meant to be understood. I'm meant to be loved. Those were the wishes. Those were the wishes from a girl I was with for a few years. She said that at the end of our relation is that she understands now that I'm not meant to be understood. I'm meant to be loved, and that is true. Because you'll never figure me out fully. What about you?
I understand about my feelings to someone, especially like I know that I got a history that I've been broken, so I need him to understood me that it's too difficult for me to trust someone who broke the trust that I built for him.
Okay. Yeah, but since we spoke about this before, do you put a blind eye on certain things, or do you actually dig in and look for an issue, huh?
No, I'm not that person just to let go when I know the fact that it's make me uncomfortable. Like it's make like I know myself that I am not comfortable just to let go the stuff that it needed to be an answer. So of course I need to dig to know the truth, not to have an argue to someone,
Yeah.
because I know for sure that the truth will reveal on what's really that person's intention.
And you only accept apologies in cash, do you?
No. If your daughter dates a man exactly like you, what would you be happy about it?
You know, I've seen a post like this actually recently, and it said the exact same. And then the question at the end was, "Did you smile while reading this?" And yeah, that puts a smile on my face,
Why?
because I would want my daughter to date a man like me. Yes. And I would
Even
speak to that guy. I would speak to that guy. I would want her to do it as soon as possible, preferably be his first. I would want him to be at the exact age I am at, which is 29. roughly around that age, late 20s, early 30s. And yeah, I would want her to be with a man like me, yes. And I would tell her to put a blind eye onto certain things, not dig into issues, understand the guy, care about his happiness, and like this they could create something beautiful together. Yes, fuck yes. What about you?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Ah, yeah.
Because yeah,
Hmm.
because me as a person, I'm a straightforward person. And of course, I want to teach my son how to treat a woman exactly to be treated with.
Mm.
So,
Okay, but let me just tell you something from my humble experience, okay? Children just raised by the mother and with the big influence of the mama, they become, especially sons, they become pretty bad, let's put it this way. They become losers in relationships, and as men they're just little pussy guys most of the time. They actually need a man to teach them the right ways. So anyway, continue.
do you believe that your karma would go to your daughter when
Go ahead.
you play these girls?
What you mean when you play these girls? What do you mean when you play these girls?
For example, you did something wrong. For example, you're playing this girls or blah blah blah, and then at the point that you will have a daughter, and your
Yeah, I
daughter
get it.
would if and your daughter would experience that's the stuff that you've done to another girls, what would you handle it? How would you handle it?
Okay, well, firstly, my daughter's not gonna experience these things. That's number one, because I know exactly what to do in order to get her to avoid experiencing such things. And number two, I'm not playing these girls and hurting them the way you say. Yeah. It's not my fault that sometimes women are delusional and they have strange expectations and they just force you onto things and they don't understand the word no. Okay?
Okay.
What about you? Do you think your daughter, your son will have your karma because you only accept apologies and cash?
Why? I don't do that. No. I'm confident enough that my daughter will not have my karma because in this world I didn't do anything to make my future daughter to suffer at the end.
Okay,
Or
well,
my
yeah. Speaking of karma, I believe that my children will actually have good karma from me because I'm a man of God, moral man, and they will actually have a lot of positives in their life. Yeah,
no.
thank you. Yeah.
What's the hardest truth you've ever had to admit to yourself?
Understood. I ever had to admit to myself. Maybe you start, and I'll think about it. You start.
In this generation, it was difficult to find a true love. So I just had to admit that it will be gonna be like this. It's not gonna be changing, or it's not gonna be turned into old generations. That it's all about caring, or it's all about loving. Now it's more on playing, more on cheering, more on like it's not commitment.
Yeah, there you go. Same with me. That's the hardest truth I
No,
ever
no,
had to accept that I'm chasing I'm chasing love from the 90s in 2026, and it's pretty much impossible. And women these days are
believe you.
that's one of the hardest truths I
Oh
had
no,
to
none
face.
of it.
Except for the fact I wanted to be a football player and I didn't become one. That's another one. Yeah. That I'm looking for, do you know that I'm old school? I've got that old soul. I'm looking for the values from the old school and I can't find them anymore.
If this relationship ended tomorrow, what would you regret not telling me?
Well, I regret not telling you. Do you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, um, every time I'm with a woman and the things end, what I regret is, and this would be the same case. What I regret is the potential that what we could have been, what could have happened, how I could have changed you, how I could have made you into this great woman, this and that, and I would regret that not reaching the potential. But what about saying to you? You don't listen anyway, so I don't regret saying anything because you won't listen anyway. There you go. Yeah,
You're
that's the
so
truth.
scared.
Yeah, but that's the truth. You don't listen, so why would I regret saying something that in and out or shout over me anyway? And you don't care. You don't listen. So yeah. What about you? What would you regret not telling me?
Regret and telling you that how did I end up with a guy like you? That a
With
player like
player like me. Firstly, a semi-retired player, not number one. Secondly, I'm not really a player. And thirdly, how is that I regret about not telling me? You told me that shit many times anyway, and that's not a regret. That's answer the question properly, yeah.
oh I tell you that a lot. Uh, I don't really have any regression. I think I'm not. Nothing really. I think I tell you all the regret that I
I always knew that feelings could appear for you. I was just checking how it will go, depending on you. The way it always is, because at the end of the day, women are the gatekeepers, and it depends on you how things will develop. And I was just always open to the opportunity, open to the idea, waiting to see how it goes. What about you?
How when you show me how interested you are and when we're spending time together,
Mm.
that's how I feel that it's something interesting with you.
Cool, interesting.
What's the craziest thing you've done for love?
Probably flying to someone. Probably.
Like to someone. Okay. Craziest things I've done for love. Calling 24 hours with a guy that I've never done with before. And listening to him, even if I know for sure I don't feel like doing it.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Like going out, doing this.
What you mean going out doing this?
Like I cannot that every time he says something like I'm not gonna go out or not gonna do this, I fucking listen to how
Yeah, the way you should. Of course, you should listen to your man. 100%. That's the way it works.
what's one thing I do that make you feel loved?
It makes me feel love. It's time, as I told you, time is priceless because there's only a certain amount of time, and when you give time to the other person, that's priceless. So when you give me your time, what about you?
Just the same. Your
That's
word.
my word.
Yeah, your word. And then how you handle things when I'm mad.
I can handle it. Don't you worry.
Okay, this is my last question. Next,
Yeah.
if you want to ask your own question, it's fine because this is actually my last question. If your children listen to this podcast one day, what would you want them to know about your love story?
My love story.
yeah.
That I've been looking for so long. I've been trying so hard. I've been with so many different women. Then I finally found your mama, and I made it happen because
Mama.
because because every year that I didn't have, every year that I waited longer and longer not to have you was a year that I spent less with you. There you go. I would have said that. Bang. What about you?
I'd say this is the craziest relationship that we're ever had.
Then what they would ask you, why did you do it?
Because I enjoy it. I do like it. And it's way more fun, you know, it's more entertaining. It's more interesting to build more
Mm.
and to see if how things will work out soon or in the future. Like who knows, you know. We cannot definitely say that this will be it, or this will be more. You know what I mean?
Okay. You cannot what? What?
I say we cannot definitely say if this is it or there will still be more. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is actually the last. So it's up to you if you want to ask questions or something.
All right. Next time. I think that's enough for now. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of your show. For letting me be the guest in your studio. And yeah, take care and God bless you. You know. So yeah. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye bye.